Welcome to the Forex Speed webinar for Tuesday, the 25th of November 2014. Baltic Dry Index, new line. Still in a bit of a churning phase, nothing really much to comment on. May go up, may go down. More likely to go up at this point unless we see a breakdown below 1190, full stop new line. Chinese iron ore, new line. Still plumbing the depths. Comma, not really giving us much joy as you would like if you were a BHP.ASX shareholder or any other persona interested in commodities, full stop new line. The only good thing going for it is China lowered interest rates, and I don't think that's sustainable for these iron ore stocks, full stop new line. We need to see iron ore prices going higher before they'll really get themselves off the ground, full stop new line, and stay off the ground, full stop new line. Uranium, new line. Uranium still melting down, will melt down further if it cannot stay above 37. Then it'll head to 34, full stop new line. Hopefully nobody is in uranium anymore, full stop new line. Crude oil, new line. Crude oil churning a little bit. Hasn't developed much strength, full stop new line. But then it hasn't broken down. You'd have to think the overarching trend is still down, full stop new line, but a rally towards 85.37 or 86.42 would be a normal retracement, full stop new line. That happens, it would be a sell into rally, full stop new line. And I realized I started with commodities, so let's stick with the commodity theme. We'll do commodities first, bugger it. Now we are long crude oil with a stop at 76. Now we were long crude oil with a stop at 76. And we were stopped out as expected, full stop me line. We will buy the break back up, comma, if it comes, or you may see $71.23 or $65, full stop me line. Heating oil, new line. We see heating oil just churning. Not much to say, think or do on this one, full stop me line. We're looking to buy a break above 2.42. Which means we are in, and we have a stop at 2.35. Entered and scared. Natural gas, new line. A good slapping for natural gas. That's fantastic. Only it bounced back pretty well off that support, full stop me line. I don't know what to make of it, but I think it's too dangerous to put your ore in there, full stop me line. If you do want to put your ore in, you have your stop below 39.99. RBOB gasoline, new line. Still got the droops, looking for 1.976. It really is the fag end of the year. Nothing that looks like it can reverse is actually getting any support in a reasonable way, full stop me line. US 30-year bonds, new line. Well, the reality is it didn't break down, so it's probably going up to 143 and 7/30 seconds, full stop me line. If you wish to be long, you can do so with a stop loss below 141 and 5/30 seconds. Full stop me line. Conviction is difficult. I don't know why you'd want to force the bonds higher again. Full stop your line, I suppose. You'd have to think that with so much easy money around, and the economy getting better, that they'd back off. Full stop your line. Not to be a 38.2 it was. Shall we be silly? Question mark. Buy some bonds? Question mark. The bonds have a cycle up into Christmas. So let's buy the bonds on a break above 142 and 830 seconds. The question is, why hasn't it broken yet? US 10-year notes, new line. Not as inspiring as the US 30 years. Let's leave them alone. Full stop, new line. Australian 10-year bonds, new line. We were stopped out of our PHG trade short. Full stop, new line. If it ain't going down, it's probably going up. But when you look at volume, you don't get that excited. But if you are long, have your stop at 96.67 and have your dreams at 97.12. I guess you got to change. US dollar index, DX, new line. US dollar index popped out. It's trying to fall back into that range at the moment. Not sure if it's going to succeed. I guess you'd say it succeeded if it pops itself below 87.70. Full stop, your line. For that, if you are still long and we are not long, if you are still long, have your stop at 87.50. Full stop, your line. Rough rice, new line. Some good volume on the rally. But not getting clear, really. full stop, new line. It's now back into a bit of support. You could think about it down to buying it down towards 12.32 with a stop loss below 12.6, 12.16. Targeting 13.14, full stop, new line. Corn, new line. Corn is lacking inspiration after hitting a good target, full stop, new line. Best idea, leave it alone for a bigger dip, full stop, new line. Soybean oil, new line. A hard one to understand. It does feel like it's basing out. But it's so in equilibrium, it could be starting out. If you wanted to be long, have your stop at 32.29, full stop, new line. Soybeans, new line. We have bought another 1/3 at 10.26. We are long 1/3 at 10.39. We tried to buy at 10.26 and missed out by 3/4 cent. Full stop, new line. Still targeting 11.45. Full stop, new line. Entered. Wheat, new line. Wheat still has a chance at 5.72. If long, stop is at 5.37. Full stop, new line. Metals complex, new line. Copper, new line. Another typical night of another jigsaw puzzle, sawtooth puzzle going on in copper. Full stop, new line. There are some pretty big targets down at 2.84 or 2.85 that have been there for a long time. Actually, they're at 2.55 and 2.75, full stop, new line. The 2.85 was achieved in early 2014 at 2.88, full stop new line. In any event, the pattern still looks negative. As it's in a descending triangle, full stop new line. Gold new line. We can see gold hasn't popped its head up very well against the 30-period moving average, but we see also simply that it isn't rolling over and dying either, full stop new line. A sloppy five-wave structure, if violated below 1170, will cause this to fall further, full stop new line. At the moment, I'd say 1213 may be the pop to, and then we see if it rejects off there, full stop new line. Palladium, new line. We see palladium futures working just below that resistance line I gave you the other day. It's at 800. If that pops, then expect 825 or 843, full stop new line. If you are long, raise your stop to 777, full stop new line. Platinum, new line. We see platinum basically couldn't get above that 30-period moving average. This is similar to a lot of things, gold included, full stop new line. If it can clear through there at 1235, then think about buying it, going for 1309, but generally the target is 1173 on the downside, and while it may be slicing sideways, it's not displaying a lot of strength on the weekly charts. Full stop new line. Silver, new line. Also headbutting the 30 period as it did up here. If it fails here, and that would be on a breakdown below 15.85, then it's got some troubles. If it can manage to scoot itself above 16.68, then that's all very good. Full stop new line. Softs commodities, new line. Cocoa, new line. I looked at cocoa last night and I can see actual reasons why this may be bottoming. And I almost said, let's pull that order that we had and get out. I didn't do that. full stop new line. I'm now going to tell you let's exit gracefully from this trade, full stop new line. I'm now going to tell you to exit gracefully from this trade. If you do want to try and hang into this trade, then you can have your stop loss above 29.5, but I'm not prepared to take that risk right now, full stop new line. What I saw last night was that this has the potential to go higher, despite these little things. Coffee, new line. Coffee, new line. Coffee has some big churning behavior. It's just been popping around. I still think that it should be heading towards 178 or 156. Full stop new line. Cotton, new line. Still has a long-term downtrend going on. Better to be short with the stop above 61. Full stop new line. And you might sell rallies to 60.78. Full stop new line. Orange juice, new line. This has been a corker of a trade, looking for $151.42. And we can see that the stop loss below 139 is appropriate. SB sugar, new line. In sugar, we see bugger all but a triangle. Full stop new line. In keeping with the triangle, I think that we should go for the bracket the market, full stop new line. We see the ADX coming down to a low base, full stop new line. 16.18 is the buy the breakout, and the sell the breakdown is 15.62, full stop new line. Just 1 second, I'm fighting with my computer while I'm bringing this up. So if you buy the break up, your entry is, if you buy the break up, your entry is 16.18 on stop, or sell the breakdown, or sell the breakdown below 15.62, and you can use those as your entry. If you are selling the breakdown, your stop is 16.18, full stop new line. I must admit to being quite happy with that orange juice trade, full stop new line. Okay, so let me turn my head around and we'll get to the genuine Forex. Welcome to the Forex. Welcome to the Forex Speed webinar for Tuesday, the 25th of November, 2014. US dollar index, DX, new line. Didn't really make it all that well on the excitement that we saw yesterday. It hasn't come out of there. We do see a little bit of an expander in this pattern again. So we do see another expanding triangle in this pattern, and I wish these things would go away, but they are reflective of a government or governments that are manipulating the markets around the world for their own bizarre little fiefdoms, full stop, your line. You have to remember that politicians get paid no matter how big a problem they create in the future, full stop, your line. In fact, they probably get more rewarded for creating more problems in the future because it looks like they're doing something nice for everybody in the present, full stop, your line. Now, what we can see on the downside is that this could come back down to around about the 87.11 area, full stop, your line. If it does that, we'll be looking to buy down there, full stop, your line. EUR-USD, new line. We see the euro versus US dollar has slipped a cog or two and then recovered, full stop, new line. So those people who like buying the euro versus the US dollar and like to be in the minority, then you can buy it with a stop loss below yesterday's low at 1.2361, full stop, your line. And that is exactly what we are going to do. Full stop, new line. The target we'll have is 1.26 or 1.2745, full stop, new line. This is a new PHG trade. Entered. GBP USD, new line. We have been looking to buy the break up, and it's trying to break up. I think we can go for it a little bit closer at 1.5807, full stop, new line. And we already have a somewhat related currency on board, full stop, new line. AUD USD, new line. We have been taken out of that trade, and I have no idea why it did not get taken off the list, but it should be, full stop, new line. At the moment, the Aussie dollar still has some weakness. Some life might be breathed into it above 0.8730, full stop, new line. NZD USD, new line. Not much going for this either. Maybe a bit more sideways movement, maybe a challenge down to 0.772, full stop, new line. USD CAD, new line. It's probably buy-worthy with a stop below 1.12, especially on a break above 1.1340, full stop, new line. USD CHF, new line. We see the dollar Swiss, bit of a double top. In theory, if you are long, you have a stop at 0.9575 and buy a break above 0.9731, full stop, new line. USD JPY, new line. We bought the US dollar yen and stop loss remains the same. It's probably not the best trade in the world, but nonetheless, we've taken it. And we will raise our stop loss up to 117.88, full stop, new line. AUD CHF, new line. The Aussie Swiss confirms my belief we shouldn't be thinking about Aussie crosses, and we're not going to look at them, full stop, new line. AUD GBP, again, confirms my theory. Aussie crosses suck, full stop, new line. I don't mean suck in terms of being awful, I mean suck in terms of being an opportunity for making any money. Full stop my line. AUD NZD new line. This is possibly the only Aussie cross that's worthwhile considering, down towards 1.0884. Full stop my line. If it's you're buying, you might want to look there or at 1.08. Somewhere in that zone would make sense. Full stop my line. It really feels like Christmas has come early. Full stop your line. Okay, we're going to go next to world indices, see if there's anything exciting in that domain. I have a suspicion it did not follow through. Welcome to the World Indices Speed webinar for Tuesday, the 25th of November, 2014. Dow Jones Transportation, average, new line. Onward Christian soldiers, still marching up towards 94.05. Stop loss 90.61, full stop new line. Dow Jones Industrial Average, new line. Did nothing last night, is a little bit confused. Eventually it will go higher, full stop new line. Targets towards 21,170, full stop new line. That's a pretty big target, but that's what it appears to be. The nearest, nicest level, full stop new line. S&P 500 cash index, new line. The next target still at 2,102. Stop loss if long, 2,050, full stop new line. E-mini S&P, new line. Next target 2095, stop loss 2049, full stop new line. Only a major reversal below 2010, full stop new line. Nasdaq, new line. Target 43.98, still looking good. Stop loss below 42.20, full stop new line. Volatility index, the VIX, new line. Creeping down where you might want to pick some up. It is now in a low base ADX. So the play that I would like to go for is to buy some volatility down here, full stop new line. However, it is Christmas, so don't commit much if you do get involved with the volatility play, full stop new line. And it might be a case of needing to buy call option volatility rather than the general market volatility, full stop new line. DRYS.ETF. DRYS.ETF. Correct that. Choose one. The dry shipping ETF did break up. It's headbutting some important resistance at the moment, unfortunately. It would be nice to see it break up. We're going to raise our stop loss up to 142 cents. Stop close only and keep the $1.37 price stop, full stop new line. TBT.ETF new line. We are going to hold on for $50.88, and we will be buying down there. Full stop my line. Does look pretty achievable given the way the bonds are. Full stop my line. European stock indices, new line. German DAX, new line. Still targeting towards 10,273. Stop loss below 9492. Full stop new line. Euro Stocks 50, new line. Targeting towards 3,379 or 3,301. Full stop new line. Stop if long. 3,190. Full stop new line. Italian MIB, new line. Got up close to the first target, full stop new line. It's probably a good idea to still hope for 20,667, but the stop loss would need to be at 19,623. Full stop new line. UK FTSE, new line. Still looking pretty sexy with the London look. Stop loss 6,661. Target 6,900. We'll stop my line. Just have a tighter stop because it's getting into that stage where it's close to overhead resistance. You can't really see a reason for it to fall over, but you may as well have a tight stop in case it does. Full stop my line. Shanghai A shares index, new line. Having a lovely time of it, looking for 28.05. Stop loss if long, 25.92. Full stop my line. Hong Kong Hang Seng, new line. It did do the big jump up yesterday, and I'm not sure whether it's missing a day, but otherwise 24,697 target, full stop my line. If you want to buy, you would buy dips down to 23,883, full stop my line. The stop loss you would use would be 23,500, full stop your line. Japanese Nikkei, new line. It got washed down a little bit, but should start up again. The overall drift is up, so go with it. Stop loss below 17,081, full stop your line. Australian share price index futures, new line. We can see that we're probably a little bit backwards in coming forwards. we did have a nice bar up yesterday, and in theory, it's probably got a bit of congestion going on. But you would hope that the bullishness in the rest of the equities markets would cause us to be infected a little bit, full stop, new line. The disappointing side of our personality in Australia is, of course, the iron ore and commodities area, full stop, new line. Iron ore prices are not going to give us much help, full stop, new line. But what I can see is that we've done a nice retracement, and still 53.95 is a possibility. Full stop, new line. Up there, it might be a bit of a worry. We should see more strength in the US stock market over the next few days. Full stop, new line. BHP.US, new line. This is the way BHP in the US looks. It just looks all like it just returned to where it was in a normal fashion. Full stop, new line. So we'd expect this to end up going down more. And yesterday was a nice pop to get some people out of jail. Full stop, new line. BHP.ASX, you would expect it down to around about $32 today, or maybe $32.45 if they're generous. Full stop, new line. There was some heavy selling on the pop yesterday, so don't be surprised if people panic who bought it yesterday. Full stop, new line. Rio.ASX .US, Rio.US, new line. Did not change trend, and a slip below $46 will see it moving and revisiting the abandoned baby, full stop, new line. Does anybody remember JP Morgan's call about iron ore and Rio over here? And there was an abandoned baby there, full stop, new line. We see an abandoned baby here. We see a squeeze up here, full stop, new line. We are getting similar patterns to this. Maybe it's not as stark as this rally, but the effect is the same, full stop, new line. Basically reached the end of the line, somebody manipulated up and then went down, full stop, new line. The Chinese lowered interest rates. They have a massive spread between what they borrow at and what they lend at in the banks there, full stop, new line. And it was only 0.25% change, and it was the first time since 2012, full stop, new line. And they only brought it down from 5 point something to 5 point something, full stop, new line. So all in all, not much, full stop, new line. Top 50 stocks questions we'll go for. ANZ.ASX, new line. ANZ.ASX, new line. Well, that was worth 0.5 of 0, full stop, new line. 32.21. $31.21 would be a break up. A failure would be below $31.60, full stop, new line. Probably more inclined to fail, full stop, new line. CBA.ASX, new line. Still looking for $79.40. That will affect the index, full stop, new line. STW.ASX, new line. We got in at the $50.80 or $50.78 area, full stop, new line. At the moment, we have a stop I don't know why Michelle hasn't blown that away yet, but that was because it was yesterday. Now, STW, we did have buy break of $50.55. Stop, I think, should be $50.35. Move the stop loss up to $50.35. Stop close only. Or $49.88 price stop. Entered. FWD.ASX. We are still waiting for that to break up. SVW.ASX, new line. We will raise our stop loss to $50.35 stop close only. $6.05 stop close only, or $5.95 price stop, full stop, new line. ORI.ASX, new line. We saw a bit of life yesterday, but lack of volume. We will still buy the break up. Full stop, new line. And that's about it for the PHG trades list. There are no further questions. Thank you all. Have a good one.